di mangiare. Continuiamo ad andare avanti. Ecco.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on the screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Continuo ad aspettare, non è.
Hi, darling. And just like that, he was gone. We had to leave our house and move into a trailer.
Eccoci
Here
ragazzi.
was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad. Or
Blah blah
content,
blah blah blah
working,
blah blah
eating,
blah blah blah
working.
blah.
All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
Sembra che sto parlando
Stanley
io,
decided that
guardatela.
this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human.
Cioè, è così
And
bello.
when at last he found the source,
Ho fatto la cosa giusta, no? Sì? Giusto? No, no.
Mom had to work.
Non è una cosa giusta, mi sa. Vabbè, tanto se Stanley muore so io. Anche morta. Tanto se muore Stanley si fa festa.
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Let's go.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many souls still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange neighbor know? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized
Fatemi arrampicare.
for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go,
Ciao.
what to do.
Troppo bello. Così è troppo bello.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before
No
him.
school, just food.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley is happy. Ho fatto un achievement perché ho battuto il gioco, no?
First time ever. And she wasn't very good at it. She did odd jobs like waitressing, but got fired often. And she'd spend the next few days crying on the couch. It's okay. Not everyone can be a good waitress. Pouring coffee is hard. I know, right? I really tried. But my manager said he wanted to give me an award for the worst waitress ever. This is your dad's fault. Growing up,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, sta cosa non c'è la roba del razzo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the
Ok,
meeting
non mi
room,
interessa che
and
sto
Stanley
facendo tutto
knew it perfectly
sbagliato.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
First open. Di là c'è un'altra cosa.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Pensavi, Confusion. TSP Confusion. Perché? Ok.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further on track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Ma non ho fatto niente, tu sei stato. È stato lui a chiudermi la porta in faccia. Devo rifarmi tutto da capo.
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
È troppo difficile. Ciao mondo.
When When Stanley came to a set of two, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Okay.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ora è proprio una cosa da me.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right by mistake. No, not the right. Why would I ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, will you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see, down, right, left, down.
Oh, che è successo?
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Dove? Ok. Ah, di qua.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to,
Chiudi gli occhi.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Confusion 2 non beginning, perché?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in the room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
No.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello. Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
Troviamo la storia. Ovviamente per trovare la storia intendo perdermi completamente in un labirinto.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Confusion 3.
Morning, starshine. The Earth says hello. Good morning, star.
I'm glad you came.
Allora. Ok. Ci sarà qualcosa che potevo prendere per me. Pronto? Pronto? Niente. Niente pronto, niente pronto.
All of his co-workers have gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he simply missed a memo. Okay, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Siamo persi qualcosa? Io non so, ma io credo di sì. Ci siamo mancati qualcosa?
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this text at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Confusion 4, lo sapevo. Vi prego, ditemi che è tutto ok ora.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Ok.
Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Confusion 3? Perché Confusion 3?
Do you remember any of the rap that you did?
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure. Make you wanna dribble dribble.
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Dove stiamo andando? Ok.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Confusion 6.
Don't pee on the floor, use the Commodore. La 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 la.
You remember any?
Instead of a cake, I made a chicken string.
Oh!
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been...
Confusion 7.
The water's getting warm, so you might as well swim. My world's on fire, how about yours? That's the way I like it, and I'll never get bored. Hey now, you're an all-star. The water's getting... The contrast is why we got 'em. The sun is shining through.
Ok. Ancora tu, linea.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Ok.
We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Ok. Ops.
I don't know. How about this direction?
Perché no? Perché no? Perché no? Perché no?
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Stiamo camminando da ore.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. how important we mustn't squander the opportunity. I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all
Non mi
determined?
piace la fine.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? Okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do happen to have a...
No!
My name is Chicky. Chicky, Chicky, Chicky. My name. Yes, you can hold my hand if you want to.
Name something you like your girlfriend to do to your face.
Per caso.
I'm just thinking with my dick. My shit done.
Setata. Scusate, ero a prendere un Powerade.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alla fine loro si è dimenticato tutto. Aspetta. Io c'ho altri. Ok.
When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all. Just...
Ho preso anche delle tic tac per fare un po' di power energy. Adesso ho preso questa via, no? E mi dirà di andare, di passare dalla manutenzione, poi da... Però...
But eager to get back to business,
C'è un'altra
Stan took the
porta.
first open door on his left.
No. Questa cosa odora di... anzi, puzza di altra ending. Probabilmente so quale. Io sapevo. Là c'è l'altra porta.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set
Blah,
of
blah,
two
blah, blah.
open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by
Ciao.
the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Allora, ok. Vuole fermarsi? No? Vabbè.
Yes,
Sì,
truly
sì,
a room
bla bla
worth
bla bla bla
admiring.
bla, vai.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, non stavolta, non oggi. Non devo prendere la porta a sinistra. Se lui dice che devo prendere la porta a sinistra, non la prendo. Infatti, bla bla bla. Aiuto, che paura. Allora, eccoci.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Non posso andare.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put
No.
your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. But in his eagerness
Meglio
to
morire.
prove that he is in control of the story and
Esatto.
no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Molto potente. Stanley è potentissimo. Proprio Stanley è la causa dell'esistenza. È più potente anche del Big Bang. Di tutto. Lui proprio ti distrugge.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco. Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Let's have some fun.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Open the door or I'm gonna throw rocks through your windows, you dumb whore.
Pussy tight, pussy clean, pussy fresh.
put your pussy fat full of flesh. Choose that. Pretend that airplane in the night sky like shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now, right now.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I actually feel happy. Oh no, stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Mi dispiace.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Cos'è? Ciao. Allora, a me mi dispiace perché se c'era un'altra scelta non l'avrei fatto. Però in questo caso non ho scelta.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
Ok.
Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Ok. Come dici tu? O forse no. Tanto.
No, perhaps not. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Ah, veramente che succede? Non sto muovendo io. Non lo sto muovendo io stavolta. Che succede? Ok, si è fermato. Non lo so. Mi dispiace per il narratore, ma è l'unica scelta. Mi sento in colpa tantissimo. Troppo in colpa. Mi dispiace per il narratore.
Is it over?
No.
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Povero però. Non è colpa mia.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Questo
he
non
had
sa.
simply missed a memo.
C'è qualcosa di diverso. Perché mi teletrasporta dalle Tudors?
When a VIP client asks for a life-size portrait cake.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Allora, restartato.
When a VIP client asks...
Freddy, you're supposed to be on lockdown.
Vanessa, I am Speed. One winner.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quick as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Let's go. Io vedo un attimo una cosa sul mio canale. Credo che ancora no.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Ok.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Perché no? Museum? Perché un museum? Dimmi che è quello che sto pensando.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the idols from the blind. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
No?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Ok. Red Snow, porca choice animation reference frame. Allora, reference bla 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 bla. Old models. Ciao bimbo. So. Arc menu. Ok. Proviamo ad entrare nell'arc menu. Ciao Tyler. Ti arriverebbe la notifica se mi seguissi, Sono qua da un'ora che stiamo provando a finire The Stanley Parable, che mamma mia è impossibile, perché devo fare 1000 scelte al secondo ed è molto difficile. Allora non lo so. Perché ogni ha lo stesso nome sopra di me? Ok? Lo stavo dicendo anch'io. È E poi è scritto propaganda, non proganda. Cos'è una proganda? Era crudo. Specchio. Lo specchio. Io tornerei a casa, al gioco.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How
C'è una
they
leva.
both wish to be free.
Cosa ho
Can you
fatto?
see? Can
No.
you see how much
No.
they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these
No,
two.
no, no, no,
You
no,
can
non voglio
stop the
morire, non voglio
program.
morire. Ok. Staber. Backstabber. Allora, ok. Adesso voglio provare a fare l'ending della moglie, anche se durerà tipo un anno. Ovviamente però la faccio con voi. O con te. E mi sono dimenticato di fare la parte 2 della speedrun di Life is Strange 2. Registos. Vabbè, tanto la speedrun di Life is Strange 2 la faccio sì oggi, ma credo tra qualche ora. Ok, è cambiato ufficio. Perché è cambiato ufficio? Non lo so. C'è un telefono, pronto. C'è un pennarello, non posso fare niente qui dentro. Pronto? Sì, qui parla Jenny, pronto? C'è qualcuno? No, non c'è nessuno. Qua c'è qualcosa?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
Per
to go
favore,
to the
chiudi,
meeting room.
chiudi.
Perhaps he had
Via, via.
simply missed a memo.
Ti chiusi su ste porte del cazzo. Ti ho detto, non lo so. Allora. Perché allora.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Aspetta,
entered the
urlo
door
da
on his
5
left.
stelle. No, aspetta, quello era l'urlo da 1 stella, 3 stelle, 4 stelle, 5 stelle, non lo so. Senti, facciamo una cosa. Andiamo in un altro gioco, vi prego. Vi prego, andiamo in un altro gioco. Cioè, facciamo una cosa. Chiudo qua la live e ci vediamo in un'altra live che mi sta annoiando un po'. E ci vediamo, guys, tomorrow, no? Allora, always today, e ci vediamo.